Yeah.
What up? Welcome to Bruising Banter Podcast, where the topic is the rockin' of the brew. Well, that be the fuel. And I'm your host, Robert G. And with me, as always, the Legendary Brew Crew. What's going on, fellas?
Hi.
Hello, everyone.
This is episode 288 of Bruising Banter Podcast. Yeah, 288 of Bruising Banter Podcast.
I thought he forgot the name of the show.
No, I forgot the number.
Okay, good.
That's because he was so focused on trying to sound like a game show host when he first started.
Nah, I thought it was more. I thought it was more like a radio weather announcer.
Yeah,
same thing.
Is it? Oh no.
Yeah, like the
I was just
game
trying to make
shows.
sure I had, because last time I was listening to cause the problem was I was listening to an old episode not too long ago, and I had discounted us 30 episodes. I was like 237 when it was 267. So that was shit. So I always
that's way off.
Did we catch it?
Yeah, because you went off screen and came back and said, I just had to fact check something.
Oh, you know what I do remember that.
Yeah. I was like, oh, yeah. It's 267.
That was like...
He heard that and Luke disappeared. Wait a fucking minute. Hold on a second.
Don't you dare.
That don't sound right at all.
Don't you dare.
Well, this is 288 of Bruising Banter Podcast for our first-time listeners. Welcome to the show. We are glad you're joining us afternoon, this morning, this evening, whenever you are listening or watching the podcast. And then to our returning bruisers and bruisettes, welcome back.
Welcome back.
Glad you are here with us today.
Thank you for sticking with us.
This turn up that YouTube.
This HD
YouTube channel.
This HD is crazy on this. I can see all my flaws.
Flaws and all.
I do got a lot of blemishes
that you didn't notice.
I'm black here, and
it don't look like this in my normal mirror. Like it's happening HD. Last week y'all said 1080. I was the only one with 1080p. I think now we got 2080p each of us.
It's 8K.
It's 4K. It's 4K, yeah. Or 8K, 6K. Before we get into it, we always like to know what everybody is drinking on. What are we drinking today? Lou, you got something today?
I do, but don't go to Yoda.
All right.
I got. We normally banter a little bit longer. I hadn't even cracked the beer yet.
So. I got something, but go to yourself.
Well, I already cracked mine over.
I'm ready. You know what? Since it was on me, I'll start with me. I'm good. I cracked the beer. I had the time. An old favorite. I love these guys. I think these guys like us too. God damn it.
Oh,
Black Beauty, right?
Yeah, it's Black Beauty.
Oh, yeah, that's the good shit.
Yeah, it's the good shit. It's the good shit. It's the y'all couldn't see it because of the lighting. I don't know how to fix it, and I'm not gonna.
Yeah, right there.
There it is.
Yeah,
there it is. Go. How y'all go? There you go.
Yeah.
So that is the Black Beauty Brewery. Whoo, say that 5 times fast. The Bloody Orange Saison is 6% alcohol by volume. It says nocturnal blood orange and sweet orange peels provide aromatic notes and citrus and bright, juicy flavors of blood orange. Fruity esters and spice combined with the light sweetness of caramel malts, creating a flawless balance between flavorful and freshness drinkability. This is brewed and canned in Black Beauty Brewing in Baltimore, Maryland. It's a product of Maryland. But yeah, it's really good. It looks like this in the bruising banner. It's kind of orangish, a weedy orange color, if that makes sense. Like that yellow orange mix, but not to make red. So yeah, cheers to me.
But not to make red.
Yeah, like sometimes yellow and orange, I think it's something else make a red, but this is not. It's the blood, the blood of the orange mixed with the wheat of the wheat of the wheat.
Okay. That's
it's very Saison-y. It's very in within style. Lemoniness, Sony. Why not? Why not? I think we should start a vocabulary book for Bruising Banter. By the way, but it is has the notes of a Saison. Hello.
You okay? You all right there?
I feel fine, but I don't know what's going on.
This nigga is on some old TV screen.
What is happening?
We got cable, but we don't.
We don't. That is crazy. I don't know what to do. For all y'all people listening, I'm glad y'all not watching. Shit.
Yeah.
Anyway, pass me another. I'll see y'all later.
Which I watch the porn through the.
All right, it's definitely the Spice Channel situation. I'll try to come back better, guys.
Yeah, Spice Channel.
That's funny. What happened to him? That's great. I like it. That's funny shit. I like that, boy. That was good. I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all see me now?
Yeah,
that was crazy as hell.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
That was
it was even better that you could see
right,
it.
Right.
Hello? Yeah.
I was like, are y'all there for real? Like, I don't. That was wild, man. That was wild. Funny. Keep that in.
I like that. That was good.
Yeah.
Sheesh. Hey, man, listen. That's technology for you.
Sheesh.
You know.
I hope you don't depend on it. It ain't a talk long situation. Like you get the floor for too long and just say "fuck you."
Maybe
we depend on technology, and it doesn't depend on us.
It does not depend on us.
So that's just how it works.
That is truthful. But Yoda, it's your turn. What you got? I passed it. Did y'all get me passing another? It wasn't no technical difficulties on the audio, just the
I got you passing.
No doubt.
Yo, so this is another joint that I got. Actually, I don't know who gave me this, to be honest, but I think it came in my 4-pack from Sean. Yeah, I think Sean. I must say Sean gave this to me.
Okay,
because it is. It's called Cupped.
Sean's from Black Viking, the owner of Black Viking, by the way.
Yeah. And so this is from Sapwood Cellars out in Columbia, Maryland. So definitely it was him. So this is an Imperial Stout now.
Back it up again. Back it up a little bit. Let's see if we can see it.
Can you see that?
It's still a little.
Yeah, it's still a little
shiny.
So weird.
Well, so I'm gonna tell you what it is. It's artwork, but it looks like it's a cracked peanut. So if I give it a little closer, it's a cracked peanut, right?
I see it.
Because y'all can still hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, this sounds like someone else. But this is Imperial Stout with peanut butter, cocoa nibs, and vanilla beans added to it. But it has a little, they put that little thing on the back of here. I'll read it. It says peanut butter just isn't peanut butter if it doesn't stick to the roof of your mouth. Okay?
Yeah.
So we focus on creating a sticky mouthful for this stout with oats and caramel malts. To enhance the aroma of the cocoa nibs, most of the color comes from chocolate malts. Then we added powdered peanut butter for that distinctly toasty, nutty flavor that goes so perfectly with chocolate, which it does. Of course, anybody who like Reese's Pieces, Reese's Cups, anything of that nature, anything chocolate, peanut buttery, then you'll definitely like this. It is an Imperial Stout, so it is chocolatey, like my skin. You know,
that's not what Imperial Stout even means.
I ain't say that's what it means. I said that's the color of it.
No, you said it's an Imperial Stout, so it's chocolatey.
So it's dark. Okay.
Well, all stout,
it's a chocolate color.
Oh, okay, that's what you meant. I thought you meant Imperial Stout, meaning like the high ABV. But all stouts are dark. Most stouts are dark. So
right.
What are you saying?
Like my skin. Okay. And then, but this is heavy. This is heavy. This is heavy.
What's the ABV?
It's 11. So
okay,
I'm gonna sip it. I don't know if I'm gonna make it through this whole thing.
Yeah, because that's a pint, ain't it? That ain't a total.
But if I do make it through this whole thing, somebody in this house ain't eating tonight because I'm supposed to cook. Yeah. So I'm gonna just say that.
So
but
we're rooting for the shenanigans that happen if you drink it, but not the family behind the camera.
But it definitely had peanut buttery, chocolate, delicious,
nice,
and it does coat your mouth like they said. It gives you that.
You do get. I was about to say you got the sticky.
Yeah.
The sticky.
Yeah. Definitely. I actually wish I would have bought a bottle of water upstairs with me, but I'll make it through.
So, is it more or less one or the other, or is it 50-50 on a chocolate peanut butter?
I would say it's a good mixture. It's level pretty good. Yeah, it ain't peanut. Like sometimes peanut butter can be overbearing.
Yeah.
But not with this. Like you taste the chocolate.
I think it may be because they put so much chocolate in it, according to your reading of the can, versus just putting peanut butter powder.
Yeah, and see, since they did use peanut butter powder, I feel like you can get measurements on that is a little different.
Yeah, it could be more precise.
You can get more precise with the powder. Yeah,
I got you.
Yeah, so
I got you.
It don't taste powdery. You know how sometimes you get them and they taste artificial.
Mm-hmm.
Not really. This not it.
Maybe it was real peanut powder. Maybe you can't drink it if you're allergic to peanuts.
Maybe it was. Yeah, that's true. Maybe it was just dry peanuts.
Right. Up. It wasn't. But that doesn't seem like with the allergies that these weak immune systems have out here these days. Nobody will make a beer that on purpose.
I don't know. I think people who got peanut allergies would just stay away from it. But this is
a peanut on the can. Right. You know not to drink.
Right.
It doesn't say anywhere, does it, that it is a peanut allergen?
Nah, but it does say on here that it's vegan. But nah, it doesn't say anything about like peanut butter. But I don't think they would put that on here, to be honest, because I feel like if you know you're allergic to peanuts, then because even the peanut powder could consist of peanuts, some type of
absolutely,
peanuts. So
even if it's artificial, I think it would still have.
Yeah, I'm not fucking with that if I got peanut allergy.
I don't want you to make artificial peanut powder. I want it to be real. Like, give me real peanut powder. I don't even want to know how they make that.
I want to make a whole lot of shit.
Right, but peanut powder is definitely on this topic. I don't want to know.
But I would pass me another of these for the flavor. But I could probably just drink one.
Yeah, because of ABV.
The ABV.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure. Rob, what you got?
All right. And because it was their 8th anniversary, I took a drive up to Locust Lane yesterday.
Cheers to that.
And I got their farmhouse pills. There it is, a Bavarian style lager. It's a 5% ABV. I guess the head brewer got a recipe from a Bavarian hop farmer, so they used the recipe for this beer. I never can pronounce the name of this hop. It's like Tettnang. Tettnang.
Yeah, you got it.
Well, how's it spelled again?
Tettnang.
Yeah, I would say
Nang.
Nage.
GE is at the end?
Yeah. Nang, yeah. So it's like probably something German.
Tang.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Tettnang.
Nah, man, it ain't no, the G is silent.
Yeah, Tettnang. So it's like Tettnang. Well, okay, whatever the hops.
You said you couldn't pronounce it in the beginning, and you gave it a good 30 seconds.
Sometimes you got to keep moving. You got to try it.
Yeah. Right, you got to keep trying.
Oh, I thought maybe I could workshop
it. You need to type that in the Google. You need to type that in the Google Translate and go to time.
Here it is in my my glass. There it is.
And it's Tettnang glass.
Nice. Is that weedy or just yellow?
No, it's like a wheat color.
Yeah, it is.
It's a Pilsner
color.
Yeah.
Pills.
You know how like when you see it through the camera, it does look a little different than in real life. That's why I always ask.
Especially with your shirt in the background.
Yeah, your shirt is your shirt is fucking up the fucking palette.
Yeah, but I let you know how clear the beer is. See through that motherfucker.
Your shirt is influencing how bright it is.
It really.
Thanks, Yoda, for pulling that out because I was like, I can't see it, and I didn't know why. Now I know. Yeah, much better, much better. Put it up to your shirt now.
Yeah.
Put it up to your shirt.
Look,
my God! Yeah, cheers to that. Oh man, thanks, Yoda. That's a good pull by you.
I think they dry hopped it, so you have some hoppy notes to it, but it is a very crushable beer, a real easy drinker.
Did you mention the ABV?
It's 5%.
Oh, definitely crushable. Yeah, gotcha.
It's 5%, so you can drink a couple of them. It's not their lowest ABV beer they have, but I definitely enjoyed this. They had an ESB. That's not. I was like, I got to drive up there. ESB on tap.
How was it? Did you bring some home?
It was
good.
Did
you bring any home? No,
that was only on draft.
Okay.
It was, and there was a nitro pour too. So I was actually made a little.
That wasn't going.
That was a different texture because it made the foam like a creaminess.
Man. Yeah.
That sounds good though.
Okay. ESB is your favorite, and it is rare to have. So you do got a mind for remembering what you drink. How was it? How was it on the level of ESBs that you had? Because have you ever
Drop
had an
Tuesdays
ESB?
was the best.
Drop Tuesdays. That's so everything's always second, Yoda. That's the given. Drop Tuesdays 1 was the best beer ESB that Rob has ever had. But on this on the scale of 2 and below, especially because it was on nitro, because you said you never had it on nitro because it gave it a different flavor. Right. What you rank it? What you rank it as your ESB faves or not faves?
It was good. Like I think I had 2 of them. Yeah, maybe. Yeah,
good
2.
enough. Yeah, so good enough. That's a start. That's a good start.
It was good. I thought the being on nitro gave it a unique spin on it that I haven't had now. I mean, like we did a smoky one, so that always gave it a different flavor too. But I don't know where I would rank it at. I don't know if it's my favorite, but it was definitely a good choice to have. I mean, that is the one because they had anniversary beers on tap as well. I sampled some of them, but I kept going back to Good People. I think that's what it's called at the brewery. But yeah, I thought it was a very good beer, and this one is also well done. It's very balanced, crushable, like I said. So I'm going to pass me another on this.
That was a good Go ahead. I'm sorry, Yoda. Go ahead.
I laughed because the name of the ESB was good. It's Good People, and he said, "I kept on going back to Good People."
That's good. That's a good. I don't like good people. What you mean?
Yeah,
that don't sound right. Go back and taste it again.
Who don't like good people? Come on,
bro. I like bad people.
Yoda, you wasn't able to make it up to Locust Lane yet. Me and Rob went up there. That was a very nice brewery. They were cool. I enjoyed that interview. I'll find it.
Yeah.
It
was episode 213.
Man, there you go. That's why with the teamwork always make the dream work.
Because Robert looked, he probably was like on his way up there. What's
absolutely, as he should,
as he should.
My man.
I mean, I think they had to cancel some of the festivities because they thought it was going to rain. I think they had I think officially it was Friday was their actual anniversary, so they did have like a more party, but they were supposed to have like a tailgate thing on Saturday, but because they thought it was going to rain, I think it rained sometime, but it didn't rain. It just didn't look nice, like outside. It was kind of dreary.
This was yesterday?
Yeah. The people came out and they had a good time. They enjoyed the beers. I tried some of the, like I said, the anniversary or the test batches that they have. All in all, it was a good experience. I talked to some of the folks there. Talked to some of the bartenders as well. So all in all, I thought it was a good time. Shout out to Tom Arnold. Can't forget his name, Tom Arnold. So he's like, "Oh, how many Tom Arnolds you get? I only know 2 now." What I think of normally is.
No, I think of the guy. I think of the guy who owns. No, I think of the guy who owns Locust Lane. To be honest,
right.
Ever since I met him,
ever
since I met him, he's the first one I think.
Right. And I think Locust Lane was featured on our YouTube channel for a long time as the featured episode.
It was a good episode. Sorry you weren't there, Yoda, but it was a really good episode.
Yeah.
So it was really good because I wasn't there.
I don't think so. I think I said I'm sorry you weren't there. It was a really good episode.
Yeah.
I'm meaning the brewery and the interview was good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll leave it at that. All right.
Ooh, 11%. Say no.
Yeah, there you go. There it is. He getting aggressive in front of y'all in 30 seconds. The same sentence.
All right. We all have something good to drink on, yes. And it's good to see you gentlemen once again for this podcast. Yes. And the fact that he took the time to actually
he couldn't find it. He couldn't find the hand raise. He like a whole nigga like, yeah, I know I saw it.
He's like, where is it at? It's somewhere, man.
Oh my God, I can't. Oh, there it is. Got it. We have it. We're trying out a new system, guys, and you can raise your hand if you have a question for the panel. So I just wanted to, before we got into what we got into, I didn't mention because I had went out. I went to the porn station when I was talking about the beer. Shout out to Black Beauty. It's a Black-owned brewery by a husband and wife. They're really cool. We had them on the episodes a couple of months, weeks, years ago. Who knows? But if you're local to Brews and Banter podcast in Delaware, they are in Delaware. Just go to their site. They're in Maryland. They're doing distribution. So go to blackbeauty.com or blackbeautybrewery.com and you can find out where to find the beer. Cheers. Yeah. That's all I wanted to say.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. We'll get right into some of the banter we have for this afternoon, this morning, this evening. One thing I've noticed,
I don't even care. Like, you've been doing this for too long. Stop. Get out of here.
I don't know if it has hit your jobs, but I know AI has become a big thing, and my workplace, they talk about it all the time. They want us to get as much training as we can on it. But also I read the other day that AI is also coming into the brewery space as well. And they're going to use to help, especially in recipes, in terms of having the correct amount of quality control, I guess, for quality control stuff when it's canning and stuff like that. So also as well as
Told you shit. Sometimes they don't give a fuck, bro.
I forgot what I was saying.
Yeah, of course, cut you off.
Sometimes they don't give a fuck, bro.
No time.
Oh yeah, and the
That's why me and Yoda's doors is closed.
Exactly.
Well, they're using the recipes, the quality control.
You just AI. You rebooted yourself.
Yeah. They're using all different spaces. I think they are trying to also use it for more dynamic recipes in terms of how they can add exotic flavors and different variants to their beer mash. So you can expect to see more AI in them, and they always obviously use it in some of the copy they do, I'm sure, because a lot of times you always hear about breweries saying that they're not marketers. So I'm sure they'll definitely be like, hey, I don't know nothing about marketing or anything like that, so I'll be using that. But also,
let me ask you this.
Also talking about,
before you go further, y'all think that's a gift or a curse for breweries?
It's going to be both. It depends on how you do it, because you always got the human element is you making the beer. So there's always the human error in that. When you get the AI making the recipe and then making the beer, that's when it's kind of like ill. Like, because the brewer's not in there and the human element is taken out. It's like I always go back to sports, but it's like how umpires in baseball, they're like the only like referees and things like that. Like the human error is a part of sports. Like having the referees miss the call sometimes is a part of the sport. So like having the brewer maybe say they call for 10 grams of this, but I'm only going to put 9 or I'm going to put 15 because I want it to taste a little different. Like that human element is, I think, part of brewing. But I think it's a gift and a curse.
Yeah, because I could definitely see like folks saying like, oh well, my AI can do all
it's definitely
recipe.
there's a brewery that's already brewing that doesn't
it's
have
AI.
any brewer acknowledged.
I believe that
that's
too.
just AI grinding it out, and then they got a computer it's just a recipe. We can do this. Take it, turn it off in 60 minutes, turn it back on. Whatever the brewers do. I apologize for disrespecting. No disrespect, but you know what I mean. Like if we can follow the recipe, we can do this on a large scale, and we have $2, $3, $4 million to blow. So yes, and if it's a good beer that come out from AI and it hit,
right?
You know what I mean?
Right, but I think just like in anything, sometimes it is just like in baseball. You were saying that, man, sometimes it's the brewer and the brewery owners, the personalities of those people.
You got to have that as well.
What draws people to that.
The AI gonna tell them what personalities they have.
Yeah. You need to wear the skull cap. You have your hair out. You wear the baseball cap.
Make sure you acknowledge black folk when they come in.
Exactly. If they racist and you let them stay, you gotta know what type of brewery you got now. You know what I mean? Like all these things. AI.
Yeah.
I think Sugar Creek Brewing Company, and I think it's in North Carolina. I think they are using it for, like I said, quality control and stuff like that. Especially, but I think it's mostly for when they do on their canning, because sometimes that is like I can understand. I can see the benefits of AI when canning, because you're trying to make sure that's a quality product for each time, and making sure that like cans don't explode on motherfuckers when they go to pop it open.
And with the AI and the Chat GPTs of the world, it's updating like minute by minute. So as you ask the question and it feeds you out an answer, a week from now you ask the same question and it may have different feedback for you. So it can keep you at the top of the health game, as far as cleanliness or whatever you're trying to do, your marketing or whatever. So it's just everybody using it to some degree. If you're in the space that you have access to email and Wi-Fi, you probably have used it once or twice. So, but I've been places where they tell you like we're checking for your AI. If you use AI, we will you will fail this test.
A lot of, which is funny to me, because a lot of like schools, they'll use AI to check AI. Check for AI. It's like, you motherfuckers use it. Why can't I?
And you know what's so funny, man? Like I'm going through Instagram and I see something. I don't know if it's true or not, but they're like starting next year for Chinese students in China. You gotta that's part of the curriculum.
Oh, of course,
like learning AI. So I'm just like, yo, if Rob is at your job, they encouraging you guys to learn it and use it to the best of its abilities or whatever, and you see breweries doing it, it's like we're doing a disservice to our children to not teach them individually. Like, hey, go ahead and beat this into submission so you can figure out how to make some money or just how to stay above the game.
Well, yeah,
it's like cell phones for us. It's like cell phones and the internet for us. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you definitely got to learn AI for sure. I mean, because that's kind of like what the thing I was talking about after I was like everybody got hit with tariffs over the weekend. Actually, I think the aluminum and for beer cans and shit were already hit with a 25% tariff, thanks to our our leadership here in the U.S.
Yo, them tariffs he walling out. That good.
Did he really put tariffs on a country that don't have no people on it? To an island that don't have no people on it?
Yeah, well, just penguins. Yeah, they gotta pay up and shut up.
Hey. What are the penguins talking about?
They don't like this.
They
shit.
said,
that's what they said.
They said we ain't paying shit.
They said, motherfucker, we can swim underwater for 4 hours straight.
What can you do? I can carry 3 pounds of fish in my stomach for 18 miles. What can you do?
Right. And see, the funny thing about that, and because it kind of relates to AI, is like some of the things like they were saying, we we are a consumer based economy where we buy shit. We don't really make anything
the
here.
largest,
which is true. But in fact, most of the people, because we don't want to pay high prices, is why that most of the shit.
And we don't want. And we don't really want to make it no more.
Right.
Like who want to make a tour? Like who wants to? Who? I'm sorry.
No, but even if we do want to make it, we don't have the mechanisms to make any shit now. So the time it would take to see the advantages of all these tariffs, he'll be at office or somewhere else. And because even if people are saying like, "Whoa, these are bring back jobs," it really won't for the people unless they understand AI. Because most of these jobs are going to come back to factories that are ran by AI. So unless you are learning how to do AI prompts and shit like this and software engineering, you still won't have a job. So it still wasn't.
So all the people, the majority of people that voted for him are in a world where AI will be a new thing that they have to learn.
Which is funny.
It's not something that they grew up into or anything like that. So he just priced them out of jobs. You're welcome.
It's funny because the people, the quote unquote people with money, a lot of them have money because they're investments, but because you did all this tariff shit, it knocked the market down. And so now these people ain't got. Now you making it supposed to be making people rich and bringing money back to the country, but now people that didn't expect to be broke or poorer than what they were are poor now. Like they lost a lot of money.
Yeah.
Over the last few
trillion
days,
dollars. $6 trillion. $6 trillion.
I watch my own shit go down.
I don't got
enough that I cried about a little bit because I was looking good. And now I'm looking bad.
Buy more. If you have some money, buy more. It always goes up.
Right.
These it's a 10, like you said, everything is like a 10-year cycle. So 10 years from now, 5 years from now, a year from now, things are going to be looking different. You can
afford to hold on to it.
Do not hold on. Please don't sell. Please don't sell and lose 70% of your shit.
Not taking up for me, but I mean saying that I know I'm a stock god or nothing. I don't. No, I'm not at all. But one thing I can say is that definitely don't, like, if you got money to buy stock, then there's no reason that you would be selling it right now.
And if you got some savings and you don't know what to do with it, you should buy some stocks right now. Because all that cheap shit, it's just like the housing market that crashed in 2008. True. Everybody buying houses for $50,000 and now that house is worth $500,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was pretty bad because even Elon was like, "Oh, this motherfucker!" Wow.
Yeah. Well, he was losing money. He was losing money hand over fist even before that shit. Like he was like, the money I'm getting from the government ain't even surplusing what I'm losing. Like I need more money from the Social Security. I need y'all to.
It's
more poor people.
Yeah, it's a wild thing. So we'll see what happens. They said they got a plan.
Unless he dictated himself and then cloned himself, he ain't gonna be able to see this through. Like this is more than a 4-year plan, and even if he dictated himself, like he ain't gonna make it. Me in his 80s, ain't he? In his late 70s. How old is the motherfucker?
80s.
Unless they do some cloning, and he get on the first one for cloning board.
Right, because the fact that we don't have infrastructure, they would have to bring him back over here, build a plant.
Yeah.
How long does that take? By the time that happens, he'll be out of office. It just seems so much.
And somebody else going to take credit, and he going to be looking back like, I did that. And like, no,
he'll be out of office, and then whatever the plan is that we built, that was built for whatever product we need, the product won't even be necessary anymore, probably.
Right. Like, we don't need no paper. It ain't no Dunder Mifflin situation no more. Everybody got computers. Nobody's writing on paper, brother.
Yeah, that shit. It's just crazy.
But now I see all these advertisements like especially with cars. People like, buy your car now. It's tough. It's tariff proof right now because we already got the part because it's already built. So don't buy anything.
You only want to buy you want to buy the if you buying a car now, you want to get something that's already here. Don't go try to buy. Don't sit up there and wait for the 26 Jordan.
You want no pre-order shit. No pre-orders.
Yeah, that shit.
Get your shit right now.
That's why I like buying used, nigga. Give me a used, Joe.
Yeah. What else is going on? Well, I can ask this question. Y'all both are Duke fans. And I know they did take a L. Sorry for
your
that.
loss.
Well, but they were saying that my man, what's my man? He
Cooper
just won the
Flag.
Cooper. Cooper Flag. He was slated to be #1 pick. But do you think because of the way they lost the other day, you think he'd come back?
Do we think he's coming back? I hope he comes back. I think
so. It's always a money thing. Like how much?
Yeah.
How much money do the #1 pick get? Like $10 million a year?
Like 15 million.
15 million. 15 if somebody give him 20 million to stay at Duke, why wouldn't he?
Right.
If somebody somebody give him 14 million to stay at Duke, he probably would.
He probably would.
Yeah, I would.
To stay in college.
Schedule was nice.
Look, schedule nicer. He ain't really going to class. Right. If he wants to go to class, the class he taking are the ones he want to take. Man, college is so much better than the real world, young people. Like, don't being in the NBA making all that money good, but if you could figure out a way to get it.
He said that.
Right. And Duke got enough money to give it to him.
He did kind of mention something about it, made it seem like he would stay.
Yeah.
Because he did say like he loves the team, loves the game, and loves the college. So it's like maybe he may just ride it out.
I believe he need another year of seasoning, to be honest. Like I don't know.
But I believe that for a lot of motherfuckers, and they
But now we have an NIL situation where the best players can stay if they're making, like, I know, like a couple years ago, the potential 4th and 5th round picks in the NFL weren't leaving because they would be able to make more money at the University of Texas than they would be in the NFL. If it gets like that for the top players in the NBA, it's going to affect how often and how soon, because it's easier and it is a lot less pressure to play than to play at 2 years, and you get better playing in college, and that's where the camaraderie. You know what I mean? Like, Zion Williams don't know them players he played with at Duke. He don't know R.J. Barrett for real,
right? Yeah,
you know. Right. Or if he does, he met them in high school and was hanging out with them since like 9th, 10th grade. It wasn't till they went together to play at college so they could hang out together for 1 year.
Right.
I think I was listening to another podcast. I don't know if it was it it might not have been a podcast. It might have been a news. But they were saying that if he does come out to the NBA, he'll be the first in a while since like probably Zion, where it was like a hype American player.
That's true.
#1
pick.
You see what happened to Zion.
The
hype, that hype was, man.
When he on the floor,
when he on the floor, rare footage.
But I never seen nothing like Cooper Flag before, man. Stuff that he was doing last night, and I just think his late game moves ain't really up to par. He need to dribble a little bit better. But I think he's supposed to be a senior in high. He's supposed to be a senior in high school, so he'll be fine.
Is his brother coming? I wonder if his brother coming to Duke next year.
I'm not sure, but I know the Boozer twins is coming. It's a lot of somebody got to leave. so somebody got to go.
Because people
little KK Nips, man. My boy KK Nips is the
all right.
That's who I think should have got the ball last night, man. I think they should have. I think they should have had some action to
because everybody knew it was going.
It was a solid shot, but it was a solid hit.
Yeah, but they knew he was going to shoot it.
They knew he was going to shoot it, and he misses it all the time. Like he's had that opportunity 3 times where they late in the game, they need him to get a bucket in other games, and he's gotten better. Like one time he's turned the ball over. The other 2 times he's missed the shot, so it's getting better. But he's still got I would love for him to stay. Because I just like college basketball and I like Duke.
To be honest with y'all, I had turned the game off. I thought the game was over.
Absolutely, everybody did.
No, the game was over.
Everybody did.
I had a buzzer on my phone. I was like, "Great comeback!" I was like, "What happened?" It was like. I had moved on.
On the girls game today, I ain't know. I had UConn winning, but I ain't know they was gonna cook them like.
They was on the mission. That's what I was telling your brother. Your brother. it's so just like the Eagles and the Chiefs this year. Like the Chiefs had 2 of them things, and they're like, "Yo, we do this. We know how to do this." And then the same thing with South Carolina. It's like to be hungry and want it. It's hard when you already got it.
Right.
When 2 teams is going against each other and they're hungry, you don't know who's going to win. But when another team is hungry, and then Paige never won. I told y'all that last week. Like her winning that first joint solidifies her in UConn history. And if you UConn history, you women's basketball history.
Right, pretty much.
She one of the best players of all time.
But when I was watching Houston versus Duke, it looked like Space Jam because they look like the monsters because these motherfuckers are so tall. I was like, who the hell are these tall niggas out here on this court? Like it was like ridiculous. Like all Duke players, I think they mentioned it's like one of the in history teams. Yeah, I was like, that is crazy. That don't even look fair. It was just like I went to
we mentioned this last week about the transfer portal. It makes a lot of difference to be older in basketball. Like Cooper Flag, to Nipple, Proctor, all them dudes is like 20 or younger. And every starter on Houston was a junior, senior, or a graduate student.
Right.
Like their top 6 were old men. And at the end of the game, when it came college old men. But when it came, I know. But I just want to make it clear for people who don't know basketball. Like 24 is not old. Yes, it is. 24 is old for a college student. But when it came to the end of the game, like refs making calls, then you go into the free throw line all the time, like you got the balls to make a free throw shot, and these dudes, Duke didn't. It was a collapse. It was as a Duke fan, it's going to be a tough couple months but we made it to the Final Four. So all you Tar Heel fans, shut the fuck up because I hear it. I already heard it.
Really, from Tar Heel?
Yeah, man. Like texting me memes and shit. I didn't even look at the memes. I just started going in.
I'll never understand that.
Did your team play last night? Was your team even in the like? Was your team even in the
what did they make it to?
I don't remember. No, they didn't even make.
They didn't make it there.
They didn't. They was in the first 4. They was in the play-in. Yeah, they won the play-in game. They went 1-1. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, that's right. The first 4. It's not called play-in.
They was in we called the play-in because nobody cares about them 4 teams. It's one.
I think that's what they originally called it, didn't it? But then they switched
it
like
one or 2 times in the history of the play-in that somebody made it to the Elite 8 or Final Four from there. And guess what? It wasn't fucking North Carolina. Shit heels. Get the fuck out of my face. Ain't nobody else talking shit but them. And I'm like, y'all was watching.
Right, for a minute, a long time. Y'all watched them. Y'all watched the whole
for 2 weeks. You watched the whole tournament. According to a lot of people, y'all shouldn't even have made the play-in.
No, they shouldn't have. They shouldn't have.
Got a nerve to text me early in the morning. I wake up to bullshit.
You were talking about the transfer portal because I think they did mention. I guess I don't know if he's a starter, but the guy who was on Purdue last year, but now he was playing for Duke.
Oh yeah,
Purdue.
That's the dude. Yeah, that's the dude who got the flagrant foul.
Yeah, you were talking about last week. Yeah,
I know. It's
kind of weird that you finish your career. You finish your career at one school, then you go.
Yeah, I literally went to graduation. Literally has a cap and gown somewhere in his closet.
Right.
It was like, I'm gonna go ahead and get my graduate degree over here.
Yeah. And it's because
does he get 5 years or 6 years if you get the graduate degree? Does he get to get his full graduate
that's what I was
degree?
going to ask. All right, when is your how many years do you have eligibility?
I know
it's 6 years or 5.
I thought it was 5. I thought it was 5.
I mean,
but all these graduate students,
somebody in one of our schools playing. She's 28.
Huh?
What?
What you know?
28 playing for a college team.
Who? What college team?
Del Tech.
See, I think that's different. You muted. I think the community college game is way different.
Right, but I think eligibility is the same. So if you can play at 28 and you
if you were college freshman, I think.
Well, remember necessary reference. Scott Bakula was like 41 years old. Like, as long as you got eligibility, we all still got eligibility.
Yes, exactly.
If motherfuckers think I'm good enough, I may get called up.
Yeah.
Knees and hips be damned.
It was somebody that played for one of these colleges a couple years ago. He was like 20, might have been like 27 or something like that. But it made sense for him because he went to the Army first.
Mm-hmm.
Then he went to school. So it made that makes sense. I get that.
Yeah,
not this 28.
And then I think like two years ago, I think some, and I think like two.
Maybe she went somewhere. Maybe she didn't start school until
later in life. Who am I to judge?
Yeah, I think it was like last year. Some dude from Yale was on the tournament, and he had been like he went to Howard, he went to Yale, he went to like 4 different schools, and was in the tournament with every single one of them. Like broke a record.
Oh yeah.
But he had played like 6 seasons because of COVID. Something wild.
Whatever the guy who played was one Ivy League school in the tournament, I think it was Elite 8. I don't remember what school he went to, but he was at Yale for most of his year. Then he transferred to NIL portal. And I do like that NIL portal that you don't have to wait anymore because back in the day you had to wait
a whole year. That was crazy. And the coaches just jumping shit and coaching right away.
Yeah, that's a good thing about it.
It cuts back on the shady shit. Like
like what are you gonna do for a year? Just work out? That is a mess.
Right. And even if it's something like that where the coach is jumping ship and you like, I don't want to be here. I came here for this motherfucker. I'm out.
Mm-hmm.
Let me get it. Yeah. He went bye-bye lie.
Now I'm back.
Bye-bye lie.
What else is going on? Well, here's a question. Somebody posed on. I think I saw it on the TV show when I was watching. Watch a lot of TV. If anybody don't know,
if you're a first time listener, Robbie on the tubes.
Yeah. Sometimes I don't get to everything, but most of the time I try to get to it. But they asked the question, and I guess I posed it to y'all. If you could go 1,000 years in the past or 1,000 years in the future, where would you go?
1,000 years in the past or 1,000? I don't want to go 1,000 years in the past. So take me to
1,000. Hold on, what's that? 10,000? What's that? 1,000?
Yeah, it's 1025.
1025? What's going on in 1025 though?
What is it if you go back?
Yeah, what's going on in 1025? What was happening back then?
Yeah, 1025.
Let's see. If I look up year.
Wait, so what would it be forward?
325.
325. Yeah, that's weird though. Like 3. Oh, fuck. I would rather go in the future.
I think I would too, but I want to know what was happening in 1025.
Yeah, I don't. It just seems like way too like Jesus walked or something like.
It was after Jesus.
Let's see. It's significant events: crowning of the Bosaul the Brave as the first king of Poland, the death of the Byzantine Emperor Basil II.
Yeah, that don't sound like fun to me. Take me to the future.
Take me to the future. They had no TV. They had no TV. They had no TV. They had no basketball. Yeah. They had no water.
Them niggas was just discovering potatoes. Like, what the fuck?
Maybe not. Maybe not. It may not be no potatoes. Maybe lentils out here. Lentils and honey. That's the king's meal. Lentils and honey.
Would it matter what place you got dropped in? Because 1025 here. It's
the wilderness. It's the wilderness almost everywhere. Right. It's the wilderness almost everywhere you go. I feel like in certain places in Africa and America, you may get attacked by a wild animal. Like you may be losing
some shit that you never seen either.
Like saber. I feel like not saber-toothed tigers necessarily, but definitely
something
a tiger. Gross. It's a lot of tigers in Asia around this time. Nah, I'm gonna go 30, 25, mm-hmm. Just because at the least I got Wi-Fi. I'm sure Wi-Fi not gonna go away in the next 1,000 years. I'm sure it's gonna be like
it's just gonna be. You don't want to sign on. It ain't gonna be like
it's probably in my brain as soon as I'm birthed. As soon as my mama get pregnant with me, they just inject me with my Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Like how much like that, and that's just a
Wi-Fi password.
Yeah, that's just a human citizenship type shit. Like you know what I mean? Like it's not nothing because you from America. Like human citizenry is Wi-Fi. Everybody get access to the Wi-Fi.
It probably be people living on the other Earth. What is it? K-18. What's this? It's another planet. Nah, it's another planet that's like almost 8 times bigger than Earth.
That's Earth, but it's Earth equivalent. Like yeah. So the Avatar
atmosphere,
like avatars and shit like that.
I think how the fuck you gonna get there?
It's gonna take you 8 years, but you just go to sleep when you wake up, and you still be 45. But I may be 53.
But do you go to sleep, or do you got to put in ice? Like,
nah, don't freeze.
8 years though, 8 years isn't that long, really. So I mean,
right? But you can't just go to sleep, because the motherfucker just be sleeping for a long time if that's the whole way you just live longer. Like you might have to go to.
Nah, you like IV, so you getting your nutrients. And that's all you need.
Right,
the nutrients and the anesthesiologist.
Yeah. You know how when you have an anesthesia, you feel like you've been asleep for decades.
Years. Or it could be like
for like 10 minutes.
A minute, right?
Yeah,
right.
A minute. But I'm sorry, that's what I meant. It'd be like a minute, but you would sleep for like 5 hours.
Mm-hmm.
But does that slow down your aging process? Because wouldn't Steve Jobs just do that and wait till they find a cure for whatever?
I don't know, but all the books that I read, it seemed like it do. All the different sci-fi books and movies, it seemed like you jump in light years. You see Star Wars, they be jumping light years all the fucking time, and their light year jump be fucking seconds and minutes, hours, not days and years.
Right.
So I'm gonna go with yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the future.
30. I don't know. After watching The Americas on NBC, narrated by Tom Hanks, I think I would like to see America in 1025. Like I would like to see.
Now, can you bring your 2025 technology to 1025?
Probably not.
See, I'm not fucking with it. No. I'm not fucking with it.
But I'm just visiting.
How long you visiting?
I'm just visiting.
You looking for Venus flytraps out there?
I'm just smelling the earth, smelling the air, like smelling the
cleaner.
Quality,
like
you
probably you probably would gain like 5 years just sniffing the air for
right. Yeah,
right.
The air quality may be much terrible.
The grass.
Maybe we're not here in 3025. Maybe we done blown it up.
Yeah. yeah, that's true. Y'all just
what a waste of a joke.
We be hitting the buttons on the watch like 1025.
We wasted our option.
That's true. Yeah.
I feel like in 3025 I can be here on Earth and just hologram myself to that XYZ 32 planet. And just be there with my family members that took the leap. Like we go to the family reunion. I don't gotta take an 8-year trip to get to the family reunion because that would be fucking nuts. So I would just hologram myself and be there in 10 minutes and be able to hang out with them.
Right. Or maybe in 1,000 years, it's like you see in the movies where it's just light speed ahead and you're there.
I would like for the George Jetson theme. So when he just like wake up in the morning and get on the escalator. Or is it an escalator? Yeah, escalator. No. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it was a joint they got in the airport.
Right.
Yeah, right. Not the escalator. The flat escalators. Yeah. Yes. I'm like, what are those things called?
Moving forward.
The moving forwards. The moving forwards.
People movers, I think they call it. People
movers. All right. Well, y'all all know what I'm talking about. But in the Jetsons, he go through that. He brush his teeth for him. They put his clothes on for him. They give him feed him. I need that. Give me that in 1,000 years, and I'll be content with that, guys. Fly my car. We was talking about this a couple episodes ago. Fly my car in 1,000 years. Fly my make my hoverboard without wheels. Give me that. You know.
I don't know. I think
you still going back. You going backwards.
I'm still going 1025. I'm going frolic in the grass.
I got a question for you. What's your cutoff date? How long can you frolic in the grass in 1025 before you want to come back?
Probably not long.
I got another
get hungry and find out he's gonna have to kill that wild boar.
Kill his own. He's gonna have to pluck his own chicken.
Exactly.
All right. So
I'm vegetarian.
Here's all.
I'm eating grass.
So it feels like less than a week. If you stay in less than a week in 1025, you would do that. But if you gotta stay like a month to 6 months, you probably gonna do 30. You gonna take the jump forward.
No, I think I probably could do a month. All
right, so what's your cutoff then?
I think a month is probably the cutoff.
That's like that show where they be naked and afraid.
Naked and afraid. Yeah, but I'm not naked. If I can
You
eat the
definitely gonna be
grass,
afraid when that nighttime come and you can't see shit.
You hear,
bro, when you using the star and you use the fucking stars for your light, bro.
Yeah, that's true.
You be like, ring, ring, ring. Like, where is 30-25?
Nigga be like, blow me up.
30, so it's a lot of good. It's a lot of taking gives and takes.
The elements get to you. Like it's raining.
Yeah.
And
you don't got no hut.
I don't got no shelter.
Right. You butt naked. You out here butt naked. You don't got no.
I can still have my clothes.
How you gonna have your clothes? You know them. The natives gonna take that shit. You come in there. You come in there with an orange shirt. They ain't never seen no orange before, man.
But you would have to run into the natives. Like,
so you think you can dip and dive?
Well, I want to know how spread out in 1025 in this.
So you want to be in Delaware
continent? Well, no, in this continent, how spread out was it?
Where
like,
you want to be?
Like, would you see somebody? I don't know. Middle of the country, smack dead.
Where Nebraska is.
Yeah.
That would be nuts.
And I can go.
That would be so nuts.
Yeah, it's gonna be like, hello.
Just be walking around. Actually, that's probably worse because there's no
trees or nothing.
Natural water source. I don't think.
That's a river or something.
I would have to be like
or something.
Probably.
So I would rather be around by the Mississippi River because that's probably shit cleaner than it ever been. Now that shit nice. I can
fish still shitting in it.
Fish still jumping.
Yeah, but it would be fresh. That shit ain't fresh now.
But I'm gonna say if you buy the river, then more. I'm gonna say if you buy the river, that most settlements started by the river.
Yeah, you definitely gonna run into the Geechee.
So it would be a lot.
Yeah, you'll die quick. You'll die quick.
Or the Geechee may just like take you in.
Maybe
or they may take him in. Or they may be scared to death and think he the Jesus.
Yeah. I'd be like, I ain't here to tell you the
future. And you can't speak. You don't speak the language either, though. You just gotta avoid people. You gotta avoid people in 1025.
Robert gonna teach him his language.
Yeah. Let me teach you how I am from the future. I just say that I'm from the future. Let me tell you.
I'm good for like a shift. I'm gonna do 8 hours in the past.
8 hours.
I'm good for 8 hours.
A month. The more I think about it, a month is probably a long time. That's probably
yeah. You naked and afraid out there. You definitely gonna meet somebody. You gonna meet somebody. You gonna meet somebody in a month.
Yeah, you probably could do it if we're not blown up in 3025. You probably can do a month there, but unless I was a what are them shits called? A survivalist. Like if I was a survivalist and went back to 1025.
Yeah, because a lot of times, a lot survivalists be in 1025 and in 2025.
Yeah, right.
They'll find that area.
I bet they would choose 1025.
I'm not a survivalist.
Yeah, until they find out that shit totally different from what they thought it was.
Or until they go to the river and see some women at the river that cut their throat and say, "I got a head for y'all. We eating human heads tonight."
Or it might just be lonely. He might just be walking and just see
that's up
birds and chirping and shit.
Yo, like I was thinking about this, man. So like people from Africa just started traveling all across wherever they could walk to. And it took generations. Like they would set up shop somewhere closer. Then some people from there would move further out when they got old enough to travel. And then like they just walked across from Russia to Alaska. And then that shit went away.
Right.
Like that shit went like when you try to go back, like, hey, I'm gonna go back and see mom and dad. I know it's a 3-year walk, but I'm gonna do it. And you get to that part of the thing and it's just underwater. So he's just like, I'll set up camp here. It's cold as a bitch. But and then you just keep going, and you end up in fucking Delaware, Pennsylvania, and all the East Coast. That's just how long did that take? Like so in my thought process, it's like the white man came from Spain and England in the 1400s. So we still got 400 more years,
right? That
natives were doing whatever they was doing and migrating to get to the East Coast. Like, right. Well, so if you hit Delaware in 1025, are there people there?
Rob could create a whole group of a whole
right. That's what I'm saying. It could be lonely. It could they couldn't have made it yet. It could be really lonely.
It could be. It definitely could be. Or because I'm brown, they might be like, "Oh, he's our
yeah."
people.
Like, what if it? Right? Like, you look like a next generation. Like,
I'm like, what's up, guys? I can't speak their language.
But now I'm wondering, like, in the future, like, if we go in the future that far, like, it could possibly end up being the same thing. We know it could be the same thing as going back. Like, we never know. But I can just imagine, anything. Because and then, like, even if the technology, like, is what we in our heads, we expect it to be that far ahead. That shit gonna be just like being out there naked and afraid, because we ain't gonna know what the fuck.
Yeah, we gotta advance. We gotta be advanced like really quickly. You're right.
Or it could be Walking Dead. You could be walking in tomorrow.
We said the world could be over by in 1,000 years for sure. It could be a lot of different ways.
Man,
see, good thing about 1025, I know the world is.
Yeah, the world is definitely fresh. You can get all the fruits, all the vegetarianism you want to be. You can find that.
Around going in the future, end up fighting for our life and die. It's like
never had a time to hit your watch. Never had a time to hit your watch to get back.
Damn it, Robert!
You know, if you do enough research, we hit 1025 Delaware. It may not be nobody here. You may be fine. But you hit 3025 Delaware, you may be underwater. You could be under war. You could be under famine. You could be under anything. You're definitely not going back to your crib for sure.
Right.
But that would be funny. Just drop you off at your childhood home in 1025. That locate whatever that location is. It's just like this is fucking 3rd Street. What the fuck?
No way.
No way.
Right,
or 3025. Drop you off on 3rd Street on 20. Like, what the fuck?
Just looking at Wikipedia, there is nothing that they say happened in 2025 in the Americas. It's all in Europe and Asia. So there's nothing that they have written down. There's no historical, like there's kings, there's emperors.
So we don't know. We don't know when the natives made it to the East Coast for real. We just know they were there by the 1400s.
Right.
But we don't know.
Right.
And then the natives get to the East Coast and still like, let's go further and get on a boat and make it to Jamaica and Cuba. And what? The fearlessness of, bro, you're not going to make it, bro. If you meet up with one of them, they either going, I don't feel like they got niceness in them if they see a foreigner.
I feel like they're going to eat you.
Well, yeah, like I feel like they definitely.
What if you can bring? You can bring.
Something.
All you can bring is guns.
I can bring my
That's what I was about to say. You can bring guns and 1,000 bullets.
You don't even own a gun though, so that's not gonna work.
you got stock up before he leaves.
If I'm doing
he got to get his shots.
If I'm giving this opportunity,
Yoda, so he gotta. You gotta prepare. You gotta prepare for the future shit. We would never get chosen either.
Yeah,
it's probably somebody that is going back. You think that could be happening right now?
A time hopper.
I don't know.
But there's a time
I would, if they were, I would hope they're going back and doing
good stuff.
Good stuff, yeah.
Well, I feel like it's not. It's probably in the best interest of whoever is the powerful enough to be having this program go on. So if you actually do what we don't want you to do, you either not coming back or we're gonna fucking kill you when you do come back. So we control. They control all that shit.
I would like to be a time traveling detective. I would like to go back and solve unsolved murders. So motherfuckers be like, this nigga did it right here. I know who did it.
But what if they already did? What if everybody's already dead?
But see, it bring closure though. You'll have closure because that's sometimes bring people closure. Bring people to justice.
I feel like all the people that get closure are like in their 80s or older.
Maybe you could be
when you go back in
future.
I mean, how far back in time can you go? Or are you talking to the people in that time? So you go back to like 1776 and you figure out this murder.
I'm just saying in general, just any unsolved murder.
Why don't you just do that for the future, right? And just stop them from happening.
That's the Minority Report.
Yeah.
Hey, but if you go back in the past and stop them from happening, I mean, that's the same thing, right?
And then people won't be born. Yeah, the Cubs won't win the World Series.
That would change a whole lot of shit.
The Sixers will probably be a dynasty. You know what I mean? Like crazy shit would happen if you.
Yeah. See, that's the only thing about going in the past is if you change anything. Like if I interact with the Native Americans, they fuck everything up. They be prepared for those Europeans that come up like, Let me let y'all know.
Here,
in the 1400. Get your
shit together. Get your
artillery up
together.
That's what you go back. You go back with all these bullets and guns, and just like here, just protect yourselves. Be ready for when it comes.
That changes a whole lot of shit.
Shoot this grenade out to let them know that you mean business.
That would probably change us having this conversation.
Oh yeah, this conversation will be over.
Yeah.
This wouldn't be a thing.
Not at all. Not at
all. And if it is, it definitely wouldn't be. Well, yeah,
it'll be different.
It would definitely change the landscape of because who knows if it is in America, it might just be whatever.
No, it's not. It's not. It's not America because a nigga named Amerigo, fucking from Europe, named the bitch.
Yeah. That's also always funny too. Like I'm gonna name this America. This is America. North America, South America. I found it, so
it's mine.
But there's people already here.
Yeah. It's people this is Florida. This is Florida. Whoa, what?
Yeah, that's always. I would go back because I love history. If I can just go back in time just to see historical events, I think that'd be cool. Not just 1,000 years, but if I can go back and see how things were at a time, and just if I can't change anything, I can just go back and like see it. Like the Byzantine Empire, who made the pyramids? Like who really fucking made these shits? I'd like to know.
Yeah, that'd be good knowledge. That'd be good knowledge. Yeah. I think if I can't change anything, I still want to go into the future. Like I want to see even like the older I get, the more cynical I get and think that the world's going to be not here in 1,000 years. But as a child, like I always wanted to just be 200 years old. Like I used to read the Bible and they'd be like, Noah's 450 when he built the ark. And I'm like, oh shit, we can do this? And people are like, no, he was 90 when he, like that man was 90. I'm like, no, why in the Bible it say you can be this age? Right. So y'all always wanted to see what would happen past my actual lifetime here.
But is that because of, I wonder if he was 400, was that because of population? Like we had to live longer than populate the world. Like you had to nut it up and you're 400 years old. No? You don't think so?
Maybe.
I think so. I think that's what it was. I think you had to live longer and have more wives and procreate a lot.
I definitely think I don't know 400 years old, but I definitely think you lived longer back then because it was less pollution, less bullshit to eat, a whole lot of less.
Right, like less bullshit to eat, man. Less good shit to eat too. Like remember back in the time that the Bible was written, water was poison. Now water is the lifeblood of the world.
It's still poison, some of it.
Some of it, true. This is facts. Yeah. But it was poison worldwide. You know what I mean? Like you couldn't find no clean because they didn't know no better. So like, I don't know.
Or was it poison or just
needed to be boiled? That's what I'm saying. They didn't know no better. It wasn't poison. They just needed to clean it.
Right. Yeah, but was that all the time? Because at one point there were civilizations that lasted a long period of time. Like, is it because they had like the Dark Ages? Like the Dark Ages.
I'm just being Bible specific.
Shit went.
I don't know.
Like shit went dark. Like there's some, and that's why I would like to go back and see. Like, I would like to really study, like how the book says it worked out and how it actually.
Because some lies up in there.
Yeah, for sure. Because they say history goes
to the winner.
Whoever
wins tells the story. For sure.
Right. And sometimes you lost because you were gracious. And you weren't, like, that's the reason you lost. Because you're like, oh, welcome into my home.
Right. That's the reason. Sometimes, like, in the plague, you won because you was hiding out. Like, you was in the high tower, not getting touched by nothing.
To me, ain't that what Kanye was saying back in the day about when he said slavery was an option? When he said we should have been fighting, I think people was generous back. Yeah.
Oh, that's what he meant?
He was saying that. See, and that's what he meant. But he said it like, oh yeah, we are.
He never
say that. Maybe that's his
delivery is wrong. But
did he ever say that?
No, he said it afterwards. What he was saying he meant was that like it was more of us than them. How come we didn't fight? He's like but then we don't.
Because some of us gave it to us. So it wasn't more of us because some of the
We were already prisoners.
But yeah, that's what the thing is. He's like, how come we didn't fight more? Pretty much, basically.
But we were already prisoners, and it was a larger percentage than we think that jumped off the boat.
But that's what I'm saying.
Then what they started doing
before the prisoner point is, I think he was trying to make his point at
But the prisoner point is
because did we have to be prisoners?
Africans were necessarily fighting Africans and imprisoning other Africans, and now we got African prisoners, and this white man saying, "Hey, we'll take your prisoners for this."
Right, the homies were like big in African trade. The tribes of the homie. Yeah, that's what the homie. The homie.
I got you.
Like in the like with Viola Davis.
That's
like she touched on it a little bit.
Close that they were to the real deal. But go ahead, say that because educate me.
They touched on it. Well, they touched on it a little bit because they were like female warriors, and they were like the that was true. Like they were big on the slave trade at one point. Yeah, and Woman King, they didn't go real deep into like before that hand. Like she went into when they was trying to like one of the kings were trying to break away with it. But before then they were like, nah, we want this money from these folks. We selling everybody that we collect.
Like they definitely had to have help. You know what I mean? Like they wasn't because they couldn't. The white people that were doing the slave trade couldn't navigate the terrain in Africa. They were only at the ports to pick up, so they had to talk to other people. Like it was a whole big shit, and Africans were involved in the slave trade. It wasn't just them going and finding tribes raiding it. Like you know how far you have to go to raid this tribe. And the knowledge that you have to have of no, they was giving them.
I would like to know, when did they realize the barbaric? Because I know when you have prisoners, like how they took care of prisoners, it might have been totally different. Like, oh, we have prisoners, but they still have rights. Instead of when they went over there, when did they realize like,
when them Joker, probably when they started setting up shop and having the actual like, what was the thing that gate and got
Trail of Tills?
No,
I'm not Trail of Tills. That's but I know what you're talking about.
I think it's in
that doorway. Yeah.
Once they started doing that, and the white people started living in Africa only because of the slave trade. Maybe that's when because then at that point we going further and further into Africa because we already got the East Coast or the West Coast of Africa locked down. So I think it was then where it was like everybody fighting because now white men have been over here for generations and they know how to go get what they want.
Okay, so going back in time, that's where I would want to go back to. Right before slavery. So
we bringing the squad. We bringing the squad. You going to the white man? You going to the white man? You going to the white man to do some violence, or you going to the Africans to talk?
They're going to the Africans first. Because
and what you gonna say? Because they coming with gold and all you coming with is guns.
Yo, listen. Well,
I mean, unless you kill them, like guns is powerful in fear. Yeah, you know what I mean. But gold is powerful in I will strangle you for this gold, and I can keep strangling.
Yeah,
people.
But you can't strangle me if I got a gun, nigga.
But was
not necessarily. It all depends
on
how many bullets you got.
Europeans bringing gold?
It was all types of things that Africans wanted.
Yeah, but this is before the Europeans not necessarily get there
gold. I don't know what they was giving.
Yeah, I just know we don't fucking. None of us.
I didn't do that. I didn't. I'm just now like in the last 5 years learning that Black people was helping with the slave trade. Like that shit was fascinating to me, and it's something when I think about it logically, it's like
we still do the shit. Still, 2025.
Yeah, the homies. The homie. Every time I hear it, the homies.
Niggas still
like,
the
that
homies.
Shit's crazy. That's that nigga ain't the homies. Yeah,
not the
homies. Definitely not.
Jesus.
But you still have that content. Like when people get up and you get wealthy, the homies will turn their back on you real quick if they really ain't your homie.
So you out in the heartbeat.
I wonder if that's where that came from though. The homie. I wonder if that's where that.
I don't know because the
a variant of
it seems like the homies that we know are your guys. Like y'all my homies. Y'all wouldn't sell me out. The homies sold people out.
Money. They bring gold, nigga. You know what the gold cops look like right now, boy?
Guess I gotta get guns. Jesus. I don't have no homies. My homies are from the homie. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so I think that'd be interesting. I don't know. Just to see all that, just to walk through Africa in 1025 would be probably pretty cool.
So that's the question. You said America. Where would you want to go? So all three of us got to go to 1025. What part of the earth would you want to be at in 1025?
I only said America because watching the Americas, and they were talking about the nature and the landscape and shit like that. I would just be curious to see pretty much untouched, unfeathered land, what that looks like as you roam it. Like, oh shit, this is clean water. There's plenty of fish in this river. There's
stupid.
Anything. I mean,
yeah, I think I would run a lane in Africa.
So America. You Africa?
Yeah.
I think I'm with Rob. I want to do like America somewhere. East like southern East Coast, like Florida, Georgia, America. Like Florida of America.
I think Africa only because I wouldn't be in America if it wasn't for Africa. So I think that I would want to start there.
Yeah.
And see.
And I feel like all people come from Africa. So if we was in Florida and we did come like Native Americans are African. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I didn't say 2021 because that area of the world was popping at the time. So
in Africa 1025? Yeah, Africa 1025 was bustling.
Africa, Europe.
I'm the same way. I want to see that.
I want to see that.
I want to see the Everglades. I want to see the Everglades. Take me to the Everglades. Yeah.
I don't know.
But what about 3025? Where would y'all want to be in 3025? I want to be on the moon. Take me not on the planet Earth. If it's a way that there's not Earth here, I want to go there.
Well, 3025 probably Mars is probably got some nice property.
nice desert front.
Yeah, and if you go to the future, right? If you go to 3025, then we were talking about the other planet that's like Earth. Then you wouldn't have to. You could go there. You could. That would be your. You don't have to start on this planet.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
So
that's where I would
go there.
Yeah. I will go to the other inhabited human planets, wherever those were.
Right.
Yeah.
Or you could jump back to 3025 here, and it should have just abandoned. It's just like it feels like
a start.
But now there's buildings and shit, but they done started corroding and shit. So it looks like. It probably looks like.
I see what you mean. Like you come back to Delaware 3025, but no one been here for 500 years.
That shit just falling apart.
This shit looking real bad.
I think the worst thing would be to land in your actual childhood home in both eras. I don't think that would be cool. I don't want to do that.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. I didn't have anything. Well, it's almost the end of this show, and I always like to end off. Well, not always, but I always wonder what you listening to or what you watching.
I'm gonna look it up because I've been getting the name wrong. So
I did go to the movies to see Lady in the Yard, the Woman in the Yard.
How was that?
Mind-boggling, maybe. This is my thing. Like. With black thrillers, okay, or horrors, whatever you want to call them. Why? Like, I just want to watch a movie. That's all. I just want to watch my movie with the black folk in it. I don't want to be sitting there at the end like, what the fuck did that mean? And what the fuck did this mean? And what did that mean? Like, just let me watch the movie and know what's going on while the movie's playing, so I can talk about it later, and not be like, what the fuck? Because that's how that left me.
Right. Well, I didn't see it, but my wife saw it, and she gave me her thoughts on it too. But I don't want to spoil it for anybody who hasn't seen it. But she her way she explained it, I was like, oh, that seems. I thought it was actually pretty clever the way she explained it to me.
Yeah, because that's what your wife got out of it. I know what she said, right?
Right.
Which I kind of had the same theory, kind of like maybe not as in depth as she did, but I kind of had the same theory about the movie, but it was still too many gaps in it for me to even put that together. Like, I know that the end all be all is probably what she said, but it's just too many spaces. Like, you know what I mean?
I got you. All right. Well, it was something like people like a lot of Jordan Peele shit.
See, that's what I said. I said I blame that nigga for this because now everybody
right. But he said he don't have that. People just put it on there and they project it. But he said he don't write it for that. I know he probably BS it. He probably does.
He trolling the shit out of people when he say he don't do that. Yeah. But that's sure. Because that's what happened in this. I'm like, that's what it reminded me of, like one of those movies. I'm like, fuck, why can't I just go see some nigga shit and it just be like regular? Like, why I gotta be?
You just want to say, okay,
this shit was good. Like, he shouldn't have fucked with it. Motherfuckers should have ran, or like, you know what I mean?
Was it like M. Night Shyamalan type shit too? Has some Shyamalan in it.
You can, kind of.
I guess it had a twist. It gave you a little twist to it. Yeah.
Shyamalan.
Yeah. Did you find?
It's called How to Die Alone. It's on Hulu. It only had one season. It came out last fall.
Oh yeah,
it was really good. It was only like eight episodes. They half an hour long, so it's a quick in and out. I'm not sure if they're going to do a season 2. I like the way that they ended season 1. So if they do have a season 2, you can see what happens. But if they don't, you can just always speculate on what you think happened at the end of season 1. But yeah, it was good. It's about a black lady who is kind of down on her luck and depressed. She worked at the airport, and she just decides to change her life. But and everything that goes with that. But it's a comedy too. It's a comedy.
Yeah, I think they are. I think because she was like, "This is my baby. I worked so hard to get this on TV." That she is trying to find a home for.
Yeah.
But she was like, I worked too hard for it not to just die on the line.
But I said, it's a definitely season 2 would be great to see what happens. But if they never get to make a season 2, the way it ended, I enjoyed it, and I enjoyed every episode too.
You would think because of shit she always hanging out with HBO that they be like, we got you, yo.
You would think so.
You always on these White Lotus shits,
and
you were on Insecure. We got you. You would think they would make that call. Like, we'll fuck with you. Well, we'll see.
Yeah, her name, the star of it, who Rob is talking about, her name is Natasha Rothwell. That's the lady who is running the show.
We listen and we don't judge. I've been watching. Baddies. Yo, Baddies.
I don't know what that is.
I was going to say I don't know.
Yo, first of all, remember Bad Girls Club? So the Natalie Nunn chick off of Bad Girls Club, she got a show called Baddies, and they got different seasons: Baddies East, Baddies West. But
it's on Zeus. I should have known.
Homie watched it, right?
Did you look it up or just guess?
Nah. He guessed.
Oh my god!
But the reason I watched it, I got Zeus was for another show on there, but it had just because it had this dude on there. I fuck with. I think he's funny. But then I started watching the Baddies. Like,
why you saying it like?
Because that's what it's called, Baddies. Baddies, West Coast, East Coast, Baddies, whatever, wherever they go, Caribbean.
All right.
Yo, it's the worst show I ever saw in my entire life. But if you like girls, if you like big booty girls and like fights, then it's for you. But also, if you have
that's very niche.
Yo, if you have a type.
That's what Zeus is. Very niche.
Big booty girls with girls and fights.
All the like Instagram girls be going on these shows, blah, blah, blah. Right? But like then me watching it, it makes me, it's kind of depressing, kind of, right? Only reason I say that is because like, you always hear about the dating pool and all this shit. No, the fuck wonder if these is the bitches that's out here that niggas is getting with. Like, I can understand why the niggas don't respect them and all this shit, because y'all don't respect yourself. This shit is trash. Like, y'all are on TV looking like straight garbage, and then be like, yeah, I want a man and all this shit. Like, fuck no. You gonna get a nigga that's gonna treat you how you act. Like, it's terrible. It took me the longest time to even watch the first episode because I was like, yo, this is bad, yo. This is bad.
Yeah, that's in the name. Yeah. It's in the name.
Yeah, right. Baddies. I'm surprised. Well, the way she was able to spin that up intellectual property to her own is pretty impressive, though.
Out of 11 episodes, just watching the first front screen, 6 of them are fighting.
That's all they do.
1, 2.
I've never.
3,
I think we had
4, 5,
for like
6, 7,
30 days.
For the trial period.
We had a trial period. Like we've seen enough here. We've seen
I did 2 back when it first came out, but it wasn't up on there really.
7, 8.
Right. Yeah. Now this was
Jocelyn might have been on there.
I think China. China. Back China.
Her and her mom,
whatever name. Yeah. Had a dating show. 13. Yeah. And I think that was
22
the last
22 episodes and 13. The front page is a fight. 13 of the 22.
Are they dummies?
Or what? Maybe they fighters. Why can't we just call them fighters?
They silly bitches.
Oh shit! Well, get in the ring. Get in the ring.
They all call them. We call them attitudes.
I guess. Nah, but they don't even be attitudes. That's where people get on there and just start fighting. They don't even have They don't have no beef, no nothing.
So how many episodes of this shit you watch, bro? I'm judging.
I watch like.
I'm judging.
Now, I can't say they've been on, but I haven't really watched because I watch them while I'm working. So
cleaning them up, cleaning it up, right?
Nah. I watch like the first maybe 2 episodes.
He like charisma. She got a problem with
I don't know the names. The only names of people I do know some names, but they were on Love and Hip Hop, so that's the only reason I know. Like some of the girls' names because they was on Love and Hip Hop. Other than that, I can't keep. It's a lot of them, man. That's hard to keep up with.
So I done started watching Zeus just because of these.
Nah, I didn't watch Zeus
these
because of that.
These baddies.
But it's this nigga Aaron the Plumber that y'all know. Aaron the Plumber, that motherfucker is crazy.
That sounds like a porn. He's not a porn star.
Nah, because he was on the balloon pop joint, right? That's where he started at. And he was telling girls that they weren't qualified and all this shit. And so then
I vaguely remember.
He ended up getting fired from his woman job over that show because of something that happened. Yeah,
really?
But now he like this viral nigga. So it's like he always be fighting niggas, right? But like on some old, not even like anybody get smart with him, he want to fight. But it was funny. The reason I started watching it, I got Zeus because he was on Erica Mena's show. She was looking for love or some shit, like one of those dating shows. And she kissed him on his, it was only a clip I saw, but she kissed him on his, she smacked him on his cheek like, get back in line, like a little love tap, right? And this nigga got pissed. And I'm like, this nigga really crazy. He was like, did you just slap me? Did you slap me? Like, nigga, she patted your face, like, get back in line. He's like, nah, on some real shit. It's just like, nigga.
You said,
slap me, you're crying. I'm out.
And then the nigga was fighting the tranny, and then because he tried to kiss the girl earlier in the show, but ended up fighting her, and he gonna say he didn't know that she was a man. And everybody on the bus knew that it was a man.
Transgender male for those.
Yeah, one of those.
Free trial. I don't need it. Sign
you
me
up. Get it.
My name's Yoda. No, I don't need it. I'm good.
If you want to watch something ratchet,
all right,
look no further.
I'm gonna be good.
Look no further.
I watched something ratchet last night. Duke got collapsed.
Oh my God.
That was ratchet. that's as far as I go.
What did I watch? I watched on Netflix. It's called the Lifeless, I think it is. No, it was actually a pretty good movie. It was I think it was called The Lifeless. But yeah, a young woman, her mother died of cancer, and she had they were at the funeral at the reading of the will. Everybody thought she was going to inherit the company because it was like a cosmetic company, but she actually named her sister-in-law the president, and what she gave her daughter was a list that she wrote when she was 12 about the things she wanted to accomplish in her life, and she hadn't done any of them. So she said, "Do these because this is who you really are." So it was like,
but she ain't doing.
Become the like she just said. It said because she was a teacher. She said, "I want to be the greatest teacher." So she went back to teaching. She did all these things, and she really had more a fulfilled life that she knew would be better for her daughter than trying to run something that she didn't really want to run in the first place. So it's actually pretty good.
No,
good movie about
life
list.
Oh,
life list. Yes, like almost like what would you say to your what would you say to your older self or your younger self? Something like that, where like how like if your younger self met you today, would they be like, "She did that, motherfucker," or would they be like, "The fuck is you doing, bro?"
Like, they'd be like, "What the fuck is you doing, bro?" That's what they said. My younger.
They'd be like, "You watching Zeus,
you went past the free trial on that shit? Like,
you watching baddies, nigga?
You don't want me to judge? I am judging.
It was a good movie. I think it was number 2 on Netflix watch. I started watching Survival of the Thickest season 2. I only one.
Yeah, I gotta start watching. Start that.
But that's a good show
I love
as well.
The first season was good. So
I agree with that.
Yeah. So I think that was I think that's all I'm watching. Well, no, there was catching up on The Equalizer with Queen Latifah. I got shits on my DVR for 2023. I was like, oh shit.
The Equalizer is crazy.
That's why it's on the bubble. That's why it's on the bubble, because motherfucker ain't watching it. I got that shit just on DVD. So I'm in DVR. So I've been watching it. It's like going back in the past. Old commercials.
Like, oh shit.
Fast forward through the commercials, sir.
Nah, that nigga watching the commercials.
Right.
It's like, we the pig.
They're showing
this nostalgia.
Shows that got canceled, they're showing next on this show. No, it got canceled. We only had one season. I was like, oh,
that's your 1025. You living in 2023 when you watch The Equalizer.
Yeah, so sorry, Queen Latifah. I haven't been keeping up. But I blame the NFL. Why I blame the NFL? Because it's on CBS. So when that shit runs over and 60 Minutes runs over, the DVR just cuts off.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Oh yeah, you gotta put 2 hours later type shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
So now you only catching 17 weeks out the year, right? So like 18 weeks out the year, you don't catch it.
So when I went to watch it, and it was like 60 minutes, and you fast forward it only caught like 30 minutes. So I'm like, damn, I got to delete
and shit. Like, you would think now here.
Nah, it's not. It's not even that. Like it says Equalizer comes on at 9, but the game didn't end till 7:30, and they always tell you after the game, if you West Coast, stay tuned to your local news, but we about to hit you with the 60 minutes if you're on the East Coast. So now you're watching 60 Minutes at 7:30 instead of 7:00, and now that pushes everything back for the night until the news come back on.
And I don't think in 2023 I had Paramount Plus. I don't think I did. So now I'm going back and watching some of the ones I deleted and some of the ones. So now I'm back to almost to the 4th season of it's 5 seasons. So I missed the whole season.
That's what I was going to ask. How many seasons is it? Got you.
Yeah. And now they're on the bubble, so they might get canceled. I think they're the only show that has not been renewed on CBS. So I apologize in advance if it was because of me.
I don't think you had that much to do with it.
I doubt it wasn't me. I've been watching. Also been watching Watson on CBS.
With Morris Chestnut.
With Morris
Ricky.
Chestnut.
Yeah, Ricky.
Yeah, Ricky. It's crazy.
Right. He's played so many other parts.
What you call him? Besides Morris. Besides Morris. I said besides Morris. Come on, guys.
I'll call him his name because he's been playing many characters at this point.
Shout out to Ricky Morris. Ricky Morris. But it's good though.
What else?
That's good.
Yeah, it's a good show. It's kind of it's interesting how they blended in that Sherlock Holmes, Watson type of thing, but also being a investigative doctor and stuff like that. So it's pretty good. I think that already got picked up for season 2. What else I've been doing? Shopping on what?
Yo, I've been scared of Whatnot. You like it? What have you gotten? Enlighten us.
I've got some essential products, some sneakers.
Yeah, because I'll be scared. Yeah, okay. I never knew anybody to use it. And so I'll be scared. I'll be like, all right, get it.
That is...
Yeah. That shit's legit so far.
I need to see
stuff
it.
I've gotten so far.
We should stop talking about them until you reach out and get a sponsorship.
Yo, I need to see it.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So for now, that shit trash.
Yeah, we just go to a website. It's just a website that he can swipe a lot, and he buy a lot of shit, but we don't know what the name of it is.
Well, holler at us, Whatnot. Yeah. Holler at us, and let us help you.
Yep.
Bring it more to the masses, so people won't be like, oh shit, I thought that shit was
right. We can tell you.
I don't like fucking.
Let us get us a 7-day trial. Me too. I'm the same way. I don't trust nothing. I'm
and then I gotta hear it from somebody else from somebody that I trust, like not just from some motherfucker I walk.
Right. You actually got the stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm good now. Yeah, I'll try it.
Wait, you got the sneaks?
Yeah. I was.
Okay, we get the sneaks.
That's
what I need to go. I need to see the sneaks.
But you got the toiletries and everything. You got your little personables.
I got essential fear of God.
Huh?
Fear of God. The hoodie.
I thought you meant. I thought you meant like deodorant.
Me too. I got my essentials. That's what I thought. Okay, well, that's weird. Because I was going to say that's weird that you got them over there, but all right.
You got toothpaste and toothbrushes?
Oh no, the streetwear brand. I got some products over there.
You mentioned in their names too.
It's basically for the only.
You should have just kept it with your toothbrush.
Hey, man, hey.
I know. I'm just talking.
Yeah. All right. I think that was it for me. Y'all got anything else? All right. Before we go, we always like to know how people can find us on these World Wide Webs, these social medias, and all that good stuff.
You can find me on IG at IM302YOGA. Or not.
All right.
My name is Lou Belgium, and I am on them Instagrams at Lou Belgium.
All right. And you can find Bruising Banter Podcast on Instagram, Facebook, or X at Bruising Banter Podcast. You can listen to the podcast on Apple Podcasts. Anywhere you listen to podcasts, you can check us out on Spotify. You can say on Alexa, play Bruising Banter Podcast because we are on Amazon Music as well. You can also go to www.bruisingbanter.com and find out all that information as well. Get merch if you want. Like Yo got on, Lou got on. You can get that merch. Oh, wait a minute.
That bright ass orange. You don't got orange shirts just running around.
This is red. This is my Christmas theme.
That's why things get lost in translation. It looked red. It looked orange to me. That's why I was saying orange earlier.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. It's my Christmas theme.
And look, when I seen the green, I was like, orange and green is crazy. But
what? Miami Hurricanes.
Still, I ain't say that was okay. That's just something that's just a combination that you know, but it's still. Orange and green sounds great.
I don't mind it.
But yeah, don't matter.
If you want to follow me, Rob Say Bruising. There's not it. But you can go on Instagram and follow me at Rob Say Bruising. This has been episode 288. Stay bruising, stay bantering, and always tapping something new. Until next time.
Have a good week, everyone.
Bye.
Peace.
My spidey senses is tingling. Got my radars up.